What is up, everybody out there in HeroClix land? This once again is Scott Porter back for day number 4 of our brand new unboxing series focusing on WizKids' new set, Marvel's Avengers 60th. 60 years of Avengers comics have come and gone with fantastic creative teams all along the way. Whether it's all the way from the beginning with Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, whether you have the Roy Thomases of the world, whether you have the Kurt Busiek and George Perez's, all the way up through George Hickman and Mark Waid and Roger Stern, and I mean, it's just the list goes on, as well as all of these offshoot Avengers books, you know, Remender's Uncanny Avengers, or, you know, Brubaker or Hickman's Secret Avengers. I mean, there is just a ton of stuff that you could be pulling from for this particular set. Oh, Brian Michael Bendis' New Avengers. I mean, there is so much that could be represented. And we've seen a lot of little pieces from, I think, each of those runs. You know, a lot of different writers have used Korvac. A lot of different writers, of course, have used Ultron. You know, the big bads are consistently reused. The heroes as well. But each team has kind of one or two pieces that are different than anybody else's kind of team. You know, New Avengers saw Spider-Man and Wolverine and Luke Cage kind of be like Avengers full-time for like the first time, you know? And there's a lot of that has happened over time. I mean, Hickman's Avengers roster was huge. So I didn't know what we were going to be looking at. The latest Avengers run by Jason Aaron has consistently been more of the like mainstream heroes, with small additions like Robbie Reyes as Ghost Rider. So who knows what we're still going to see. The only things we knew for sure are what we've pulled in the first 3 days. If you didn't watch those, go back and watch them now. And what we saw on the side of the box. The Hydra 4, Doom Supreme on the back of the box. You know, multiversal Masters of Evil, we know now are going to be the chases. So we know that those are in the set. We haven't seen Starbrand. We haven't seen any of the 1 million BC versions of the Avengers. I'm guessing they're not going to be in here because we've had, I think, almost all of them over time. Ghost Rider 1 million BC, Phoenix 1 million BC, Firehair, you know, kind of all those different characters. But Starbrand is really interesting. We've seen the Grandmaster. We know the Beyonder is in the set, but I really don't know at this point what we're going to pull because there has been some surprises. To say the least. You know, we've had a lot of Defenders, actually. We've had a little bit of West Coast Avengers, and then we haven't really had, like, outside of that Iron Man and Black Panther, we're still missing Captain America. We're still missing, you know, Thor. Big names in the Avengers universe that we haven't seen yet. So without any further ado, let's get cracking. Remember, this set is scheduled for pre-release May the 26th-ish in that area. Check in with your local gaming stores, your local comic book shops. I haven't said that yet on this unboxing series, but they are super important to us. So make sure that you are checking in with them to see how you can acquire some Avengers 60th for yourself and how you can play in some pre-releases. The set is going to be coming out sometime around June the 7th. I've talked a lot about our super duper pre-release that's happening tomorrow, actually. It's going to be a lot of fun down in Huntsville, Alabama. HeroClixForHuntingtons.com for all the details on how you can take part in that. Okay, opening up our first booster for the day. All right, we have Monica Chang, who we have seen already. We have who I thought was Cyclops for a quick second, but it's not Cyclops. It is a Hydra agent. If you remember in the Uncanny X-Men run or the Uncanny Avengers run that was kind of going at the same time, the Uncanny X-Men, Uncanny Avengers thing, Cyclops' suit was black and red like that. So I thought for a second, I was like, wait a minute, hold on, did we get a Cyclops? So a Hydra agent, which is new, Hellcat, which is not new, Iron Man, which is not new, and Doctor Strange. So as we're getting further on into the unboxing, fewer things to take a peek at, but we still definitely do need to take a look at Doctor Strange and this Hydra agent who we know that Militant, one of the Hydra 4, can pop out based on our review of Militant just yesterday, I think. The special little addition card that we got today is the Avengers in the 1990s, which you've already seen. And on the back, it just has all of WizKids' socials and everything. No need to take a really big look at that. So without further ado, let's jump right into this Hydra agent set number 4. Get him on there spinning. See what see what militant can pop out. We've got Hydra, Soldier, and Spy keywords. Like I said, set number 4. The trait is 2 more shall take its place. When Hydra agent is KO'd after resolutions, you may heal 1 click on up to 2 friendly characters that have the Hydra team ability. So they're just little pieces of support fodder here, but not for nothing. They got running shot, 4 range, they do 2 damage, they got some energy shield deflection. They're only 15 points, so pretty darn good generic, I think, actually. I like it. Whether it's for sealed or constructed, you're filling in some points, and you know, if you're still sticking with theme, you got a little Hydra theme going on, or you're playing with the Hydra 4, Militant can spit those guys out. Okay, I'm making sure that this is, yep, the Extreme Biote Iron Man that we've already seen, the Hellcat that we've already seen. So the next figure that we will look at is Doctor Strange. Toss him up here. Doctor Strange is set number 32. And I don't know about you, but this one looks a lot like Benedict Cumberbatch to me. You know, lately Doctor Strange has had different costumes, different looks. This one looks very much like MCU Doctor Strange to me as far as the face and everything. Avengers, Defenders, Illuminati, Mystical, has a special movement power, Astral Form, Phasing Teleport, Free. Place Doctor Strange in a square of smoke terrain within range and line of fire. On the back, you have Mystical Charms and Shielding. Smoke Cloud, of course. Smoke Cloud as free, but only to generate 2 markers. Friendly characters occupying smoke terrain generated by Doctor Strange modify defense by +1. Opposing characters occupying smoke terrain generated by Doctor Strange modify defense -1, and lines of fire drawn to them can't be hindered. Not too bad, not too bad. 60 points for that Doctor Strange, who, yeah, he does. He looks a lot like Benedict Cumberbatch here. Benedict Cumberbatch cannot say the word penguins. If you haven't seen that video, I challenge you to go and find Benedict Cumberbatch trying to say the word penguins, or whatever he says. It's kind of crazy. One of the greatest actors of this generation has a hard time saying penguins. And it's especially funny because he was doing voiceover for a documentary about penguins when he started having problems saying the word penguins. So anyway, a little side fact there. Hey, you know, that reminded me, I read a power earlier that the Vision has where he can use, he can attack through blocking terrain, which is pretty cool. That all the phasing and everything that Doctor Strange has reminded me of. I didn't talk about that power for a second. That particular Vision can actually reach through the wall and punch you. That I like a lot. And on a lot of these maps, there's a lot of just wall blocking terrain, not thick squares of blocking terrain, just walls. And the fact that he can just punch you through those walls is pretty great. All right, moving on. The next booster that we have today, we've pulled 2 super rares so far. No chases. You know, hopefully getting another one. We'll see what's up. Oh, we got a prime. All right, good. We've got Captain America. Okay, one of the big dogs I said that we hadn't had yet. We did pull here, so we've got a little Captain America action for you. Which actually we're going to look at the Captain America Play at Home kit today as well. Another big-time Avenger in Captain Marvel. Captain America's best buddy, Bucky himself. We've got Winter Soldier. So some heavy hitters on the hero side today. We also have Luke Cage. Yes. All right, Luke Cage, who we mentioned with New Avengers. And then we have... Yes! Oh, this is awesome. Okay, so we've got a Prime, and it's Prime Super Rare, Absorbing Man. But that Absorbing Man, I think, is from Earth X, actually. Hoping that it is, actually. Hopefully I'm right here. The special card insert is from the 1980s. We've already read it. It has the chase checklist on the back of it. So we've already seen that. I think that was day 1. So go ahead and go back and watch that to see that chase checklist if you didn't catch it before. Okay, all new characters. So I'll just start at the top. We'll go with Winter Soldier here. We've seen a lot of different versions of Winter Soldier. This one is set number 5, has Avengers, Hydra, Thunderbolts, Assassin, Past Soldier, Spy, Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy. Okay. Also has a trait called Always at His Side. Man, they always have Soldier Spy together. If Winter Soldier is adjacent to a friendly character named Captain America, he can use energy shield deflection. If Winter Soldier is adjacent to a friendly character named Falcon, he can use combat reflexes. Okay, cool. Definitely synergy with whatever partner that he is with. On the back, you see he's got team player on top of all those keywords. I feel like we've seen a very similar Winter Soldier to this, but the dial is also welcome, always a welcome. So there we go, Winter Soldier. A lot more heroes in this set that we have pulled. I don't know if that's the overall distribution, but we have a lot of heroes versus not so many villains so far in this set. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at Captain America since we just saw Bucky, and he teams up nicely with Captain America. Pretty cool scoped, coming at you, swinging that shield around. Shield, robot, soldier. Huh. Okay. So not Captain America. 6 is the set number. The Automata of Liberty. Defend, energy shield deflection, toughness. What is this? LMD? Life model decoy, I guess. Shield team ability. And if we look at the back, yeah, Steve Rogers LMD. Steve Rogers life model decoy. So we still don't have an official Captain America. But yesterday we did see that Militant was 29A. So it's possible, I guess. I mean, they're different sculpts, though. I'm gonna put them up next to each other here. They're different sculpts. And you can see Cap's got that shield in his left. He's coming at you, swinging that right. Militant has the shield in the right. He's coming at you with that left hand extended. That's pretty cool, actually, the two of them up there together. That's really neat. I love this spinner. I could use it forever. I'm going to pull them both off. All right. Anyway, so maybe Militant has like a, official Captain America as a prime, but that would be a brave move to put the real legit Captain America, the definitive Captain America as a prime would be crazy. But, hey, WizKids is known to get crazy sometimes. All right, let's take a look at Captain Marvel now. Captain Marvel has Alpha Flight, Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, Kree, and Cosmic keywords, set number 11. Saved many universes, universi, whatever, free. Turn Captain Marvel to the same click number of a different color. Oh, I see. We got a little split dial situation here. She's got a red half and a blue half. Only 5 clicks on both of them. So she's kind of short dial Captain Marvel. When you do something like this, you do it at the risk of them being swept off the board way too quickly. Captain Marvel is one of the most durable heroes we have in the Marvel Universe. So you're going to have to be really strategic with what you're doing here and what she delivers. She is 70 points. Take a look at the back of the card. Cosmic Energy is going to keep her longevity hopefully up just a little bit, and the willpower will help her be pulling tokens and able to act as often as possible. But if I look at the front, a couple defensive powers you got to get through, but you have to be very strategic in how you want to use her. I get the range and the up-close options. I'm not so sure at 5 clicks that she's a true representation of like the definitive Captain Marvel. This is more very much a situational version of her. Powers are kind of fritzing back and forth. Up close, super strength, at range, psychic blast, that whole thing. All right, Luke Cage. All right, Luke Cage, Avengers, Defenders, Fantastic Four, Heroes for Hire, Marvel Knights, and Thunderbolts. Set number 20, Harlem's Hero. Special move attack, charge, and leap climb. When Luke Cage destroys one or more pieces of blocking terrain, if he isn't holding an object, he may immediately generate and hold an object. I'm still coming at you, super strength. When Luke Cage is given a close or range terrain action, increase the damage dealt by 1. Okay, so you can pick this terrain up. You can use it as a weapon You can get some extra damage going on. If you are lacking one, you can destroy some squares and pick up an object as well. So almost always having a little bit of a damage boost there. Look at the back of the card. Avengers and team player. Luke Cage. Oh, from Devil's Reign. It says the significant appearance. Oh, are we talking to Mayor Luke Cage right now? If you guys don't read Daredevil and the books, that's actually pretty cool. If you guys don't read Daredevil, really, Devil's Reign was a run where Kingpin is mayor of New York City. He has put basically another superhero registration act. He's outlawed superheroes in the city of New York. Luke Cage actually runs for mayor against him. And there's a lot of moving pieces in that. There's a lot of characters in that. And if we're opening up Devil's Reign, I mean, a lot of characters could show up in this. I mean, Iron Fist, I think of immediately. We've already got Jessica Jones. Daredevil could pop up in here. Kingpin, the bad guys, Doc Ock and Kingpin kind of team up together. And Doc Ock actually has like these Octaverse versions of different heroes. He takes over Fantastic Four's Baxter Building. He goes into the multiverse portal and starts pulling Doc Ocks from all over the universe, the multiverse, who have inhabited different heroes' bodies, like he did with Spider-Man when he was the superior Spider-Man. Doc Ock put himself into Peter Parker's brain and body. Well, he's got a Wolverine, an Otto Octavius Wolverine. He's got an Otto Octavius Hulk, and they've all got multiple arms. And there's a third, I think there's a third one that's like a Ghost Rider, I think, an Otto Octavius Ghost Rider, which I'm not sure how you could put yourself into the brain of the god of vengeance. I'm not sure. But, that would be really cool to see an Otto Octavius in this set. See, this is what I'm saying. I'm still not sure where we're pulling from. It's crazy. Okay, last but not least, Absorbing Man. I want to spend some time on this guy. This is really, really cool. Speaking of not knowing where you're pulling from, look at the shine on that thing. Look at him. Absorbing Man, Earth X, Masters of Evil, Wrecking Crew, Brute, Future, and Robot 43B. So a different Absorbing Man. We're going to get a 616 version. This is awesome. This is what a Prime should be, in my opinion, man. This Earth X version. Split in two pieces. Sideline active. If Absorbing Man is on your sideline, at the beginning of the game and starting with you and an opponent each generate 2 fragment markers into any squares on the map, not within 3 squares of a starting area or another fragment marker. Okay, so 4 fragment markers going onto the map. There's rules where you can place them. You place 2, your opponent places 2. At the beginning of your turn, you may place each fragment marker up to 2 squares away from its current square. All characters have free place a fragment marker in this character's square up to 2 squares away. Okay, oh, this is awesome. Okay, so if we flip it over, the card there, we'll keep on reading. If all 4 fragment markers are in the same square, remove them from the game and generate Absorbing Man from your sideline on click number 1 into the last square the markers occupied. Whew. Okay, special. Another trait, react to everything, become anything. At the beginning of your turn, and when Absorbing Man is attacked, choose a standard power. Absorbing Man can use the chosen power this turn. So pick a power, protected from Pulse Wave, Masters of Evil team ability. Okay, I want to talk about this. Earth X. So Absorbing Man absorbs Ultron in Earth X. So this is Absorbing Man if he basically absorbed the entire essence of Ultron. Now, the fragment thing is cool because at the beginning of the game, if you're putting him on your sideline, you're not paying for him in force construction, and then you just put these little fragment markers on the map, and then it's like a game within a game almost. You can move all of them, all 4 of them. You're trying to bring them all together, and if you do it successfully, you get Absorbing Man for free on the map. All 10 clicks of him, which you saw his dial. It's pretty nasty. And you get to spawn him in kind of for free. Now, the cool thing is that your opponent can be walking into those fragment squares and then moving them away from each other, trying to keep Absorbing Man at bay. Now, I don't know how it works. If it's, I don't know what the success rate is going to be of people being able to spawn Absorbing Man onto the map, but that to me is pretty rad. That's pretty cool. I like the game within the game thing. At first, when I saw the fragment markers, I was like, is this a mission point thing or what is this? No, it's just a game of keep away. You know, you got to be doing the math constantly, seeing if they're configured. But if their figures are taking actions to move into a square just to get the fragments away from each other, maybe you're winning that turn. So, you know, turn by turn, how quickly can you get all of these fragments together? All 4 of them together in the same square, you get Absorbing Man, the Absorbing Man who ate Ultron, basically. That's awesome. Okay. Woo! What's in Scott Porter's other cup? Water. Everybody, you got to remember to stay hydrated, folks. Stay hydrated. I'm doing a lot of talking, and I am becoming less and less hydrated as we go in here. Okay. All right. Last but not least, we are going to look at our third play-at-home kit that's coming out with this set. I'm going to read the bottom on the back of the box. Bring the legacy of both Avengers and HeroClix to your table with this new Captain America figure and legacy card. Okay. How are they going to surprise me in here? What am I going to see now? And I don't know where I thought I brought my Doom Iron Man with me. I just didn't know it was coming up in the Superior Iron Man play-at-home kit. And I guess I didn't bring him with me. I do have that piece. But let's see what legacy card we have in here. Let's see what other card we have. I mean, geez, getting so much in this stuff. It's really cool. Okay, awesome. All right, that's where he goes. Okay, I'm just going to toss this Captain America on the spinner right away. No need to push him up front. Great sculpt, and yes, I think same sculpt as Militant. So I think this is confirming for us that we are getting some version of Captain America as the prime to Militant there. Take a look at this Captain America's card. We've got Avengers, Past, and Soldier. This feels very much classic Cap, right? Leading the charge. Leadership, willpower. When Captain America uses either power to remove an action token from a friendly character after resolutions, choose one. Heal that character 1 click. Remove an additional action token from that character that does not trigger this trait. Okay. Got running shot, charge, alternating, energy shield deflection, close combat reflexes, alternating. Listen up Avengers is a trait on the back of the card. Friendly characters with the Avengers keyword that have no action tokens have safeguard outwit. So if they're not moving, at least you can protect them from outwit with this particular piece. All right. Okay. But we also have a legacy card in here, and I do have this figure with me, okay? I had a list of the legacy cards. I meant to bring them all, and this, you might recognize. Yeah, look at that thing. That sculpt is still so silly awesome. That is from Captain America, the 2011 set, and you can take a look at this legacy card here. Avengers, Defenders, Howling Commandos, Invaders, Past, and Soldier. Captain America's shield. Captain America begins the game with a shield token. When he has a shield token, modify Captain America's combat values by +1. Free. Remove the shield token from Captain America and place it in a square within 4 squares and line of fire. At the beginning of your next turn, return the shield to Captain America. Okay. On the back, you have shield bounce. Flurry. Giant reach. 2. When Captain America makes a close attack, he may target opposing characters as if he occupied the square the shield token occupies. And that's what that shield bounce is doing. And that sculpt, still to this day, is pretty rad, if I do say so myself. I love the action in it. I love, the wall that he's leaping over. I just love the whole thing, man. You can tell how starkly different the paint jobs are now versus back then. But the action in that sculpt is still really, really cool. So go back and try and find that particular Captain America from 2011's Captain America set. That's set number 40 is going to be that Cap. All right. Yeah, this thing is so cool, man. This thing is still to this day a really cool sculpt. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, for years, maybe it hasn't been as viable because of statistical change in the game, et cetera, but that's still a really cool piece to put up somewhere if you're a big Captain America fan. All right, let's get in and take a peek here at the map, I guess, first. Oh boy. The first one that we have is Shield Holding Facility Indoor. Okay. We've been getting a good mix of indoor, outdoor maps all in this stuff. And then on the back, we have another shared map. So I don't know if you can see this Shield Holding Facility, which I love. Reminiscent of an old prison cell map that we used to have. We used to have an old map that was a prison. You can see there, you've got some holding cells over there. And this is reminiscent of an older map in the past. And that's pretty cool. I like when new maps remind me of older maps. And then on the back, we have, once again, Avengers Tower Outdoor. So Avengers Tower Outdoor happening in all three of the play-at-home sets, but, or kits, but, as I fold this thing, isn't this why you came today, guys, to watch me struggle to fold a map? Isn't that why everybody's here? I really am having such a hard time. Okay. Anyway, one map is shared throughout all three play-at-home kits. The other three, the reverse sides of them all are different enough, though. We have a ton of really cool little things in here. We have a nightstick. It looks like we have a couple of, like, maybe grenades in here as items. They all fell out. Sorry, guys. They all fell out. But one thing that we do have in particular is a steel mesh fencing. I'll put it up here to where I sometimes put the figures. And you can see hindering terrain with a special effect. That effect being characters in this terrain squares can use energy shield deflection. So that's pretty cool. I mean, listen, if they're having to take a turn to debate whether or not they want to destroy a piece of terrain or target you with a +2 defense, if they're targeting the terrain, they're not targeting you. So, you know, why not? I think, again, it's kind of the economy of actions in a turn. And if you win that turn is based on how they're having to use their actions. You know, sure, they could destroy the fencing around you, but if they're destroying the fencing around you, they're not attacking you. So is that a win? Is that a win in that particular action economy? I think so. Anyway, that is our final play-at-home kit. We've gotten through all three of them. Man, I think all three of them are pretty awesome, and I definitely want all three of them. Two characters I really didn't expect to be represented, and then some legacy cards, which I did not know was coming. I knew that the legacy cards for those characters were going to be a part of the set. I just didn't know that they were going to come in the play-at-home kit, and that's awesome. And then some maps as well. So that is going to do it for today's unboxing, folks. Remember, this set is coming out for pre-release May the 26th. Around that time, call your local comic book store, your local gaming store, and figure out when they're holding their pre-releases so you can go and you can play with your friends, you can support your local venues. Out for actual release sometime in June 7th. But the first time anybody's going to get to be able to play with this stuff is going to be tomorrow in Huntsville, Alabama at Lucky Dice Cafe as part of our HeroClix for Huntington's charity event weekend. I've talked about it all week long. I've shown you some figures that we have that are going to be going direct to consumer. I've shown you some maps that we have. We have way more awesome stuff. I did a live stream. It's on the WizKids official channel. On this channel you're watching this unboxing on. If you want more information, go watch that video or go to HeroClix4Huntingtons.com for all the information on how you can join us either in person or virtually. And remember, tomorrow is the super duper Scott Porter versus the World Avengers 60th sealed pre-release tournament. Remember, we have an auction as well. That'll be ending tomorrow night, May 5th. If you want to take part in the auction, want a chance to win everything that I've unboxed here this week, I'll sign whatever you want before we send it your way on May 7th or May 8th, I guess Monday, May 8th. You can do that by going to HeroClix4Huntingtons.com and finding out information about our auction. You can join the auction, you can bid on this and a ton of other stuff. I mean, we have factory sets, we have Chase and Prime sets, we have the Scott Porter direct-to-consumer figure that I showed off, signed by me and sent out to you upon receipt for WizKids. We have complete sets of the upcoming 2023 convention exclusives, which they've just announced recently. It's an awesome lineup of figures, and we have two complete sets of that. We have whole sets of the House of Swords set, whether that's the OP kit and the booster brick set, all combined into one. We have a ton of amazing stuff custom clicks, custom trays, really, really cool stuff. That takes place in our auction tomorrow night. So, go to HeroClicksForHuntingtons.com, see how you can take part in our online battle royals, our in-person tournaments and battle royals, the auction, et cetera, et cetera. We're trying to raise a lot of money for a great cause, and I appreciate you guys listening. If you guys just want to donate directly to the HDSA, as a part of the HeroClix for Huntington's event, you can go to hdsa.org/HeroClix. And that's a way that you can directly donate if you don't want to take part, or if you can't take part in this weekend's event, but still want to help out, hdsa.org/HeroClix. Anyway, that does it for today. Tomorrow, we have the last 2 boosters. I hope we pull something incredible. And we have the unveiling of all the legacy cards that are going to be a part of this set, which I know has become a fan favorite thing. It's one of my favorite things too, because I get to go into my old collection and pull all the old pieces out. And I found out that I don't have everything. I thought I did. I thought I had everything, but finding out more and more, I'm missing little things that they're actually legacy carding. So I'm out there with you guys in the trenches trying to get a hold of these pieces as well. That is tomorrow. Today is done. Thank you to WizKids for sending me all this stuff to share with you guys. Thank you to you for watching out there in HeroClix land. Thank you to Hyper RPG Studios for allowing us to be here today. I'll see you tomorrow for the final day of our Avengers series 60th HeroClix unboxing. But until I do, may all your rolls be critical hits.